pages for you real quick.
Okay.
We still need to cover
What?
the agenda for this evening's meeting
Yeah.
before we adjourn to.
Have you got that started?
Well, it's on my screen if you
Oh.
want to look at it.
Intercounty Road and Bridge, this Dennis.
What's the meeting about tonight?
Whatever questions anybody's got, I guess, and whatever.
Just townships.
Yeah, just township, or road district is basically
What time
all.
is that gonna be? What time is that gonna be?
6
6?
o'clock.
That'd be it.
Dennis, you gonna be there tonight? So we have
Yes, sir.
somebody to Throw stuff at?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll bring my tomatoes.
That's fine. Make sure they're fresh.
Fresh.
Fresh tomatoes be
I'll
better.
do that for
See
you.
if I can catch a couple and take them home for the BLT.
Slice them up.
Don't want them sliced.
Yeah, yeah.
You better if it's rotten eggs.
Oh, Kelly stepped out. Jake, I didn't get the memo. I'm wrong color today.
Next time, right?
Next time.
A lot of people out there in the bathrooms.
Is there court going on?
Huh?
Is there court?
I think so. There was a
Yeah.
lot of people heading upstairs.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Let's see, somebody stepped into it.
Does anybody want any coffee?
No, I'm good. Thank you, Jim.
It's gonna stunt your growth.
Already, yes.
It's clearing off now.
Yeah.
Who won mayor in Windsor?
Do it, sir.
Who won the mayor in Windsor?
Eric Foreman,
Is he the one that owns the
Judy's Cafe.
Judy's? Yeah, okay.
type this up real quick and I fix it?
Now, I need to change it on my computer at the office, otherwise it'll be correct to me next time I submit.
We made it through everything on the agenda. If anybody's wanting to speak with the commission, please sign in on the list there on the table so we can get to you. Dennis, do you have anything specific that you want me to put on the agenda for you tonight?
Not really. We're just gonna discuss motor grader, culverts, and cart rock crews.
Alright. Mark, is there anything specific you want me to put so you don't miss anything that you want a talking point? Jake?
You want to inform the townships about moving fences. They move fences and
Oh, yeah.
Fencing?
Well, that's actually not townships. That would be, needs to be put out to the public. Or,
okay. It's just something you mentioned, yeah.
Yeah,
the other day.
Jim, is there some talking points you want me to put on here so that you don't miss
No,
anything tonight?
I think they pretty well, got everything that they talked about, what they're talking.
Might want to mention
Or,
to
culverts.
them,
That's Dennis.
kind of like the signs and stuff that we charge for, that everything we end up charging for and how we charge it. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
Dennis, do you want me
Dennis?
to put that under you?
Yep. I'll touch bases on it and let them know from now on. We put up the first initial sign and they're responsible for every sign that has. And they know where their stop signs are and they know where their speed limit signs are. The 911 signs is my main concern
Okay.
because the emergency people's gotta have a no road to get to if they
Yeah.
get a call.
Oh, I don't think there'll be a problem.
But it's something that Eric and I didn't do when I first came here because I didn't know that after doing some digging this last year into some cart rock stuff and different things, we found out that we're only supposed to put up the first one and they're responsible for everything after that.
I get to cover all the boring stuff, the financial statements, the elections, the budgets, I get all that fun stuff, so.
There you
But
go.
if you have anything specific that you wanna
I
talk
didn't-
on, that you don't wanna, that you think about and don't wanna miss, we'll just put a little blurb
Yeah,
on here.
we'll just put a space in there, but I don't know, man, how you can
We'll
cover
give each of you a time to speak,
Cover the-
so.
car rock and
Pretty well
how you wanna
covered
do the
everything.
roads and how to do it. Sure.
But Mark, you might bring that up tonight for these townships about the fences.
Mm-hmm.
That way, because these township people know about the easements and stuff, they can start working with the people that they know, trying to get that resolved.
Right.
That would say, if it's better for them to resolve it with their neighbor than it would be for us trying to force them, because then we're in another legal battle or something like that.
Right, right.
So I'll put fencing under your, under your
Under mine?
name.
Fencing,
Fencing,
But yeah,
like,
that is. a
more
problem
than
because
fencing.
Yeah,
you need
well, it is.
There's one road up here that we're getting ready to build a bridge on, and the fences on both sides of the road are just 5 feet off the road. I mean, and the road's only 20 feet right wide, so it tells me that we're missing our right of way here.
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be a burden for some people.
Well,
You get in the old townships, there's where you're gonna get in narrow roads.
yeah, and it's a touchy deal because, like I said, I think the way it reads is if you replace your fence, you have to move it back to where it is. But if it's there, I don't think we can make them
Already
move it.
existing.
As
If
long,
they- if
as
they-
long as it hold basically livestock.
If they move everything but one, corner
String, well, it's
post,
gotta have a strand of wire, it's gotta be able to hold livestock, is the way it actually reads.
but I've always been told if they would, tear their fence out, except for the one corner post, then they could put it right back to where it was.
Right. Yeah,
But it had, like you said, when the finished product, it's gotta hold livestock.
yep. So, that's what I did when I first moved in, is I tore all my fence out and I left the corner post. Then Mike told me, well, you gotta leave one strand of wire too,
One strand of wire.
one strand, as long as it,
Have we had many of them?
Now,
I don't know if too many. Have you had any, Brad?
Well, that's something we've been talking about over there off 701 with the Mennonite school or church or whatever. That road's in bad shape because of all the traffic now, but it's so narrow. And so we were talking about maybe trying to widen it, but then we're real quick running into property lines and, so I don't know, that's gonna be a mess.
We haven't got an easement through the road. You
Well,
have an
actually we
easement
do,
on the
but
road? How
I can
wide
tell
is
you
it?
tonight what the easement down that road is.
What's that?
Down, where that,
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you tonight what the easement is.
Yeah, that way we can look at it. I don't know.
Because I guarantee you those fences are closer than what the easement is.
Yeah, it's pretty tight in there. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't do much to it, especially,
If two cars are going down, one of them's gotta pull over and stop,
right.
because
I don't know, we've got that kind of table right now on what to do with that, but yeah, that'd be good info to know. Yeah.
I'll let you know tonight.
And
I
some
can
of
tell
these,
you now if I had my tablet, but I ain't got one.
He's coming.
but I know if you get over and down in Leesville and all that down there now.
That's where you're at, right?
Near
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem,
Bethlehem, sorry.
he's right next to it.
Well, actually, I'm in both.
But-
Bethlehem's my house.
Down there
Well,
in Leesville, you got a lot of right of way down there, it's only 30 feet.
Yep. Yeah,
There's nothing consistent.
they're not a kidding.
There's 30 feet to 40 feet to 50 feet to 80 feet.
Barely have enough room for your road.
That's how it is on my road. But I know there's a Mennonite school down there. Well, I thought it was Leesville, but maybe it is Bethlehem.
It's barely, yeah.
It's
close to the
barely?
line, but
Okay.
701 is actually, well, it is our line down there in the corner, so. But yeah, we've got that road, so. I'd give it to Leesville if they wanted it.
But,
Good luck with that one.
I know Ryan won't take it.
Yeah. I hate it.
Anything specific you want me to put under you, Jake? Jim, will you stamp these, please?
No,
I think I've already changed it. Like,
nope. Everything you got down has all my notes on it from it. So
17th.
There'll be a lot of open discussion. This is just so we don't miss the things that
Yeah.
were important.
I just wrote down found things we talked about the other day, and that you've got everything covered. So
Okay. All right.
I got one date.
Yeah.
have a good one.
Watch it later.
Okay. Did you guys find out anything for Booth
Charlie
Road?
did get on the, to speak list.
I've done some research on that, and.
Charlie got on the list to
Oh.
speak, so we have to give him 5 minutes.
Better do it right quick.
He paid somebody to go in there and asphalt quite a bit of 131, which is Water Street Extension.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to get him to get his guy over there and pay, and of course it falls on township. I'm trying to get Brad to get him in there to mill out those two sections and re-asphalt them.
Okay.
So that could be a done deal within a day or two after I get a hold of Brad and talk to him.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'll know you guys an answer tonight. If Brad's gonna do it or if we're just gonna have to force his hand and do it and then hold his money until we get paid back.
Hmm.
Because I went out there and it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Not so much the culvert is, but it's where it's somehow this winter it's created two great big old huge potholes. And the asphalt, probably linked to this table or whatever, is just busted up and flying everywhere. So if he don't wanna pay for it willingly, then we're gonna have to force his hand and get it done.
Charlie did sign up to speak, guys,
Yep.
so we
Okay.
have 5
Whenever-
more minutes.
Okay,
Ready.
Charlie?
Hold on, Charlie.
Go ahead.
Come in here to get permission to look at the books, your all's minutes for the past years. And also want to see the books again, try to get in to see Davis Township. How do you go about doing it? I want to see.
I
I
can,
went with the sunshine law in the past and they refused to do it. So I'm asking you guys, can I look at your books?
commission minutes are a public record. You can
Yeah.
look at those at any time in the
Anytime.
county clerk's
Yeah,
office.
they're on the
You don't have
website.
to ask permission.
Okay.
Well,
Now,
older books are in our
Davis
office.
Township.
You have to address that with Davis Township. We do not have their
So
records.
that's what I was
We
thinking.
don't have
as
our
well.
records. We don't keep any
If
of them.
Davis Township does not respond to your records request, then you go higher than that and then contact the Attorney General's office. I mean,
That's
you've
what's
got,
coming.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's-
just want to
that's-
make sure that you guys know that he refused it in the past, and all this is gonna come to a head.
Okay.
try it, I mean, you send them a sunshine request and keep a copy of it and when
I
you
got
see
it, I showed it here.
Okay.
You all still gonna stay with your opinion on the Division Road?
As of right now, yes.
Okay, I hope you guys got plenty of money.
That was it. Okay.
Well,
That was easy.
that wasn't much.
No, that's good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Dennis.
Mark, you got anything for
No,
me?
no.
Jake, you got anything for me?
I've got a question for you. It would be, too bad I didn't ask earlier, Brad was here. Bethlehem, down there on 100 Road, I was running a road and I noticed one of the ditches is eroding and it needs some like riprap or some bigger stuff put in it. Is that something you all do or we get a hold of
I do it once the township notifies me,
and notifies you? Okay.
because I'll have to charge the riprap to the township.
Right.
And if I just go out there and start spending their money,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, I just didn't know what the protocol is for how we do that.
If you got those spots, let Bethlehem know or Leesville know, and then they will get a hold of me and say, well, they'll go look at it and see if it's something they wanna fix, and if it's
Right.
not, then they'll get a hold of me and say, hey,
Say it's not terrible. It's just it's getting a deep ditch, and it could use something to slow the water down. Is the only thing I was thinking. I
so.
didn't want to step on toes.
Start with your township
Okay.
and then come to me.
All right, thank you.
Jim, you got anything?
No,
Boss lady?
that's a 40
We're
foot.
good.
Hey, that right of way, if this is right, well, I think it is.
701.
701 road's 40 foot.
I know it's tight through there, especially where the
Yep.
Mennonite school's at.
Isn't that it? 40 foot easement. That's what they got. So it's close. Yeah, by the time
Oh,
you
it's
put
tight.
road in there, you haven't got much room.
You don't have anything, Kelly?
No, I'm
If you
good.
put a double lane,
Have you
You guys have a good day.
huh?
Is there fences on both sides of it?
Maybe one side, and maybe just a straight
I don't-
here or there, going
If it-
through
I
the
mean, if
trees.
it's little, if it won't hold it, you can move it.
I can't tell. I can't tell whether
See,
it's
I don't-
fences or not. Yes.
He
Where's
called,
Zach?
he needs a call back.
Oh, crap.
Zach
Oh,
Olivius,
and Brent with Great River called me yesterday about for 400. That's your bridge, I believe.
400. Is that the one that,
I think that's the one up there by.
Calm down.
I'm getting ready to speak out of turn. Let me find out.
Out here on 91?
no, he said 400.
Oh,
400.
This is Zach.
Yeah, Zach, this is Jim Stone, Henry County Presiding Commissioner.
Hey Jim, how's it going?
I'm fine, how are you today?
Well, I think I'm okay, doing good. Just want to give you guys an update on the Northwest 400 road project. The contractor was pre-boring and driving pile, and what is it? They drove some overrun on pile, about like 36 feet total, not with each pile, just like between all the 10 piles.
Mm-hmm.
But so they had to splice on some additional pile to go that way. But within our contract docs, within the JSPs, it's written that the county is not going to pay for splicing of pile. Now they're coming to us and asking for that money, but we're not going to approve that because because part of the contract that they signed is they will not get paid for splicing. Now they will get paid for the linear feet overrun of pile,
Yeah,
but
and not the slicer. Work.
but not the splices. That was in the contract. So now just wanted to let you guys know if you hear anything, that's what's going on, or if they reach out to you at all.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Yeah, all right. Thank you for calling.
No problem. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you, Zach.
Bye.
Bye.
See, I got the message the other day. I just everything going on. I don't know. She was like, phone call back. But when he said 400, that threw me for a loop. I couldn't think of where that was at. But that's the one over there. I was thinking it was one by Uric, and that's which one it is.
Yep.
Okay. With Cart Rock, Clinton Township, is that, do they normally use it?
Yes.
Okay. How about, what do they use it on since they're all paved roads?
He was in yesterday and got maps for the last 3 years to see, and I haven't paid attention to what roads he had used it on previously.
Well, most
But
of them.
they
okay.
shared their they contracted with somebody, I think it was last year, maybe it was Davis Township, and they gave them some of the money or worked with them.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that was last year that
I
they
think you're
did
right.
that.
I think
So
I remember the guys
they
talking
made an
about that.
agreement with another township
Mhm.
for their cart monies.
I think they've, yeah, I forgot what word they used to, but I think you're right. I remember them talking about that. Guess that's everything, isn't it? Does all of them normally turn in something? Or do we have
Not
something?
on time. Eventually,
I had
most
Bear
of them
Creek get a
do.
hold of me. They was worried about
Yeah.
what they was wanting to do and not knowing about it, if they'd be able to do it ahead of time. And I told them that'd be fine. They'd already talked to me. But
Right.
these others I haven't heard from, so I wasn't for sure.
There's a prime example of how roads move. Look at that.
Well, in the contract, Jake, it says with prior approval from commission,
See the
so
road,
that
how
that covers
all of
them
a
if
sudden
they talk
changed.
to you.
Going up
Yeah.
through there.
It's the ones that haven't
Move.
contacted.
That's where it narrowed and
So
what he's looking
since
at.
they're due tonight, I think you'll see a lot of them come in this evening with
I
their
can't
cart
see a fence
contracts.
there.
Okay.
it's just dead ground. I
Say-
measured.
Bear Creek, I talked to Cole. They're going to bring the rest of their paperwork in tonight as well. But they wanted to see if it was going to work.
What they wanted to do.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's why we put that with prior approval from commissioners. in there,
Yeah.
So that they could run it by you before they turned anything in.
I think everybody kind of likes that
Yeah.
new option.
It gives them just a little bit of freedom to do what
Yeah.
they actually need done instead of you have to do this.
I know they was really happy to hear that they was going to be able to do that. So.
Mhm.
That's all I had.
You think it would be worth bringing up that they actually need, since they are a government entity, that it would be worth them having their township meetings and taking minutes for it? Because I've heard 2 or 3 different people who said, well, I don't even know when the meetings are.
Yeah.
You know, the guy, I got one that posts it, I think, on his garage door or something. And then, like him, I'd be willing to bet he's not gonna, the reason they're probably telling him you can't see them is because they probably don't have them. So, they've got to start acting like they are actually a government entity and do the things that are required of them, and then they can keep themselves out of trouble.
Right.
We won't have to have some of this even come in.
Well, like, I think it's Bethlehem Township. They post a posting in our, downstairs in the courthouse, and it just stays there, 3rd Monday of the month, 7 o'clock at night at this location. It's just stayed there. There
Right.
might be more than one down there. Problem is, and there's nowhere to put a posting.
Well, that's
there's
the
nowhere
one
to-
I've got. They actually posted on the stop sign at the highway because they don't have
Have any
a
place.
public building to really put it on. But they put it on the stop sign of the road that the meeting's on.
Right.
Let me ask you, then because they usually, it's the same time every time.
Usually, I mean,
Would it be worth it for us to put it on our website? That,
well, that's what
Whoever-
Louise put on the back of her contract. She said, if you're going to put county information out there, will you post when our meetings are?
yeah, I think that'd be good.
You know what?
Which is great, and
More work for you.
exactly. I don't want to get into, now we're doing website work for all 19 townships and 10 special road districts. I don't have the time for
time.
that.
I was saying, like, Osage for me, they don't have a set one because their main guy he
That-
drives over the road, so they have their that comes in quarterly, so they have their quarterly meeting to pay the bills and stuff like that. But they don't ever know when their meeting's gonna be until they kinda get with everybody. That's the hard, I was thinking the same
'Cause
thing.
that makes it, I know I've had a lot of people say, oh yeah, I'd like to talk to them, but I don't know who, and I don't know where, and when, and whatnot.
Like I said, I understand the needs there, and it would be really beneficial. I do want to get something, contact information just on the web, something for the townships that I'm okay with, because that's gonna save me 100, but I can't host for
Well, no,
the-
you don't wanna be in
you-
charge
I know
of what they
what-
need to be
They'll
doing.
be calling me and saying, I need this changed on the website, or I need that changed, and I just don't.
The only thing we could possibly do, they could give the info, and if they close the meeting or cancel the meeting, they'll have to be the ones posting it up somewhere. It's not something that they would call and tell you, hey, we're
Right.
canceling. That info is, this is when we have our meetings, this is where we have the meetings, kind of a guideline.
I would put a cap on what information I would share.
Yeah.
I absolutely would
Right.
not,
Yeah,
Right.
so.
I don't know, I guess that would be more, if you even want to add that to it, I wouldn't
Just
want
that much
blame
for
you.
you.
The worst thing you get into doing that, you're gonna have to, every time they change the date or do it.
I wouldn't
That's
change
what I
any
said, I
dates.
I wouldn't do
I'd put it in there like Louise has got hers, this is where we have it, this is when we have it,
They gotta have it.
or
I
Toast
think
up.
Otherwise,
They
somebody's
cancel.
gotta change it.
also, we need to make them aware that as they've taken a position on a board, their information is now public information, and that their contact information will be shared.
Right.
I don't think some of them know that when they hop on these boards. Why are you giving out my phone number? Well,
Public,
Well,
you've now taken on
public
this,
person.
taken on this position, and that's part of it.
Yeah.
But I just don't think, it's lack of knowledge, not anything else. It's just they don't understand that.
Yeah. Here's the USB thumb drive for the storm shelters that Mark Manuel gave me to meet up the code.
Oh,
I haven't looked at it yet. I remember to bring it in.
yeah, I'd like to print it out anyway, get something to look at.
Yeah.
Can you download? You can't,
Can I
can you?
download what? Well, sure I can. It's a computer, unless it's got a virus on it. Should I?
Oh, way to go.
I haven't done
Jake?
anything. I took it right
It's
from
getting
Mark.
ready, infected.
Brought it here.
Well, it said it could.
I'm wondering, we can on our laptops.
Oh, I can. I just gotta find the spot for it. See ya.
That's all I do.
I had to decide which I needed more, my keyboard or my mouse.
Uh-oh, you only have one?
I can only have one at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
Here's my USB.
Yeah. I just
Chose the
saw
wrong
Bill.
one.
You can download it. And just, that way we can put it, send it to all of us, have it.
Yeah.
Mark, you got a pen handy?
Yes.
Amy just sent me a message and it says Diamond Birch, B-U-R-C-H, with the phone number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna read her phone number over the
oh,
camera. If you can give her a call for me. Or for her, I guess. Okay, so we want to save. Copy. Paste. Let's see if I can send a file.
How much coffee are we gonna need to have tonight?
Hmm?
There's coffee stuff we're gonna need to have tonight.
Good question.
All this
Depends on how many
Who's
people.
bringing the coffee?
That's me.
Oh,
Gotta find out whether we got a coffee pot to percolate or do we have to use the other one. In fact, last time I think we put it in a small little 12 cup, and then we poured it in a big one
Time we get there tonight.
to work on. I'll be there when I can get there.
When do we need to be there to get coffee and everything going? About a half hour before?
yeah.
I don't know how long the percolator
If I don't
take.
get cookies, I won't be there.
Yeah, I'd be afraid to
I'll
show
be
up
home.
too if I was you.
No, they always have a bunch.
we set it up, or is it already set up?
Huh? Is what?
Is it already set up or do we have to chairs and
Well,
all
it's
that?
how we chairs, what
I'll
we
go
want.
look today.
Yeah, Kelly can go over.
They'll have Rotary today though, so
Yeah.
I can't look till this afternoon.
No, not until after they
Usually
leave.
it's already set up and we pull a table up front. It's
We just let them sit around tables.
storm shelter file folder is under other various documents under
You
county
got it?
commission. Yes, will you give that back to Jake?
I'll give it back to you, out of my hand.
All right.
There you go.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna put the water in 2 coolers.
Huh?
I'm gonna put the water in 2 coolers and just bring them in, and then I'll
Yeah.
set the other water there, and whoever
Have
first
you
come
been,
gets the cold, is who you
Yeah.
don't, you get
If you don't get it,
warm.
it's gonna be warm. You know, some people like a room temperature.
I'm a room temperature water drinker.
Oh.
Yeah, Jeff's like that. He'd rather have just a bottle of water. He
I
wants
want
just
it
plain
cold
water.
enough to crack your teeth.
I like it cold.
Yep.
myself.
Cold. Too many years at the water jug set in the hot box, and then you have hot water at the end of the day. Well, that's everything, right?
Starts at 6. I'll get there at 5:30. Just in case.
That's what. Do we need to get with anybody to let them know what time we'll be there so we can get in?
I'll let you in.
Thank you.
I gotta go get a key from
Well,
the
then you gotta
Coven's
get
office.
there.
Don't they have a program number or, push button?
I don't know if they have a push button or not, but
They
I
used to.
get a physical key
Oh,
from
yeah.
Covers. Yeah, I'll probably be there at like 5:15-ish.
Okay.
Because
I'll
you
be
say
there
6
quick.
o'clock and a lot of your township people are gonna show up at like
Oh, yeah.
5:45, 5:30, so they can do their chatty chat
Get
beforehand.
they're talking in.
Yep.
It's like my election judges, I say training's at 2, they show up at 1:30,
Uh-huh.
they're ready.
I'll probably be back before.
And then you got the ones that'll slide in at 6:15 and say, I forgot.
That's me.
Yep.
My wife hates it, man. I do. I forget.
Huh?
I forget things.
Oh, I got a cart
It ain't gonna
contract
get better.
from
I hate to say.
Deepwater Township. I can't print up here, Jake, but I did get Deepwater Township's cart contract.
Oh,
Yeah, I just got it emailed to me.
Perfect.
Yeah, you think I'm joking? I'm gonna drop kick that thing down the courthouse steps. It's gonna sound great when it hits the bottom.
It's funny, it don't look like there's nothing wrong with it.
I know, but when I turn it on, it tells me I need to turn it off.
tell you what, every one of them I've tried.
And I left it
Those
unplugged
cheap little
from
printers.
Tuesday thinking it'd do
Just
that.
work them out of here and then you throw them away and get a new one. You're just
Turn it
better off
on,
getting another
Get
one.
it easy.
I got a laser one and
and
I'm
it
still
says
using
turn
it.
on the
I've had
printer
it
again,
probably
see your
5, 6
documentation.
years and it just works straight.
Want me to turn it back off?
That's pretty weird.
Right.
I'm gonna let Worston come and get that piece of junk. He wants it, he has one like that and he likes it, I do not.
Huh.
I entertain a motion to discuss.
Oh, yeah, you need to get.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion been made, seconded, adjourned. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye.